Do you know what creative is?
Yeah. Yeah, they make MP3 players.
Would you buy one?
No.
Why not?
Because iPods are better.
Okay, thank you. What creative is?
No.
Thank you. Creative is.
Yes, I own a creative.
Oh, is it? Have you ever had an iPod?
No, I haven't.
Do you like the creative?
Yes, I do.
Why is that?
I've used the iPod with my friend's iPod and I prefer the creative to the iPod.
Any reason why?
Mainly because I prefer using Windows Media Player for handle my music.
Right, so you can use any software in terms of dropping and dragging files into, so it's user friendly, you would say.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you know what creative is?
No, I don't.
Do you know what creative is?
Sorry, say that again.
Do you know what creative is?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Would you buy one?
I don't think I would, no.
Why not?
Because I just don't think it's that good an MP3 player, really.
Thank you.
I haven't heard that much about it.
Thanks. Creative is a brand that provides musical accessories such as MP3 players, which is more or less equivalent to the Apple's iPod. As you can see from the introduction, not a lot of people are aware of the Creative MP3 players. This could be because there are many flaws in the actual campaign for Creative.
So we're going to suggest to Creative a new marketing strategy with a new marketing mix in order to improve their sales of MP3 players. Now, it's worth noting that Creative do not target the same customers as iPod. Their marketing campaign should be aimed at people who are looking for a cheaper alternative to their iPods of equivalent quality or better.
Four P's to the marketing mix: price, promotion, product, and place. For Creative, price is the best competitive edge compared to its competitors such as the Apple iPod. This is why Creative should make sure that it stays cheap. For example, an iPod 8GB is about £100 in stores now. However, for the Creative, 8GB is only £60. The thing is, they both have similar features. The marketing mix P is product. Creative do need to have a catchy name. When you think about it, one of the MP3 players that they have is the Creative Zen X5. That is very difficult to remember. Think about iPod, you think about the Nano, you think about the Shuffle. That is one thing that they could improve on. Another problem that they have is when you think of Creative, you don't really think of anything, let alone, or not a lot of people know about it. Whereas when you think of Nike, you think of the Nike kit. When you think of McDonald's, you think of M. Creative do need to have a logo which it can establish itself right and enhance the name. The products of Creative are very plain and they could improve on their design. A lot of MP3 players just come in one color, such as black, whereas you got other MP3 players from other companies have a different design and have different colors: pink, yellow, green. From our research, there has been a lot of complaints about the way Creative MP3 players and products are packaged. Two of the most important complaints are the way it is boxed, it being really plain and similar, such as just being a black box or a red box. And another complaint is the fact that it's very difficult to actually get the product out of the box, strictly because of the way it is packaged. As a result, they could improve their design on the box and they should be able to make it easier for customers to get the product out of the actual packaging.
Alright, so the third P of the marketing mix is place. Now, Creative has no stores in strategic places. For example, here we are in London, there are no Creative stores here. Why should they have stores? Well, because people like to buy their stuff in established places of the brand. For example, people would like to come to a Creative store to buy their Creative MP3 players. Why? Because they buy it, they can just come back to the same store if they've got trouble with the product or whatever. For example, here we are in Westfield, the biggest shopping center in Europe. There is an Apple store. People go there, well, because they're comfortable buying something there. There are people helping you to make a choice, these people know what they're talking about, and this gives confidence to the customers to buy their products. And it would be a huge boost to the sales of creative MP3 players if they could install some stores in strategic places in the world, for example, London. So the final P of the marketing mix is promotion. Creative have got to improve on their brand awareness. They have to make themselves, they have to establish themselves as a identifiable brand to the public. They can do that using different media. They have to use TV and radio, because this is where people who want to buy MP3 players are, or here in the shopping center where people are here to buy stuff. They should see creative adverts. These adverts should include three main points. They should emphasize the fact that creative is a cheaper alternative to the iPod, but of equivalent quality. It can play all the files that you can play on an iPod, and it's even more user-friendly actually, because it can be used on the computer with no software at all, meaning that people who are not familiar with technology can also use it quite easily. So here we have highlighted key recommendations on product, place and promotion. Product, we said improvement in the design, better packaging, and try to come up with a catchy name in the same way as iPod. Place, we talked about having stores, which would be a crucial aspect to the new marketing strategy. And finally, promotion. We suggested a huge advertising campaign highlighting user-friendliness, the fact that it's cheaper than most of the MP3 players on the market, and it's really a good quality MP3 player.